Hi everyone, Jessie from the Ether channel here. I just want to welcome you all to my very first video. I have done some readings for other people in the past, but I normally only read for myself. I'm going to throw in a disclaimer here that this is for entertainment and educational purposes. Take what you resonate with and leave the rest. Let's just start off with a collective reading. Just to generalize, I'm going to call in spirit and ask them to protect the reading and to give us the highest beneficial guidance we could use today. Let's see what kind of energies we're gonna pull out. For general guidance of the collective. So if Spirit could please let us know what is the highest, if Spirit could let us know what would be the most beneficial guidance for our highest good today. Thank you in advance. Let's do a little shuffle. So here we have the 1, 2, 3. The Emperor. So this is quite an interesting card to pull up for the very first reading. The Emperor to me usually signifies boundaries. Also somebody who's very firm and kind of commanding in their ways. Aries energy, so it can be a little aggressive and I guess stubborn. I'm not sure if that's the word I'm looking for. I dropped one too. We got a little friend here. Oh, it looks like we got a couple jumpers. Oh goodness. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh boy. So we have the Hangman. So maybe we need to look at things from a different perspective. I'm not really sure, considering we need boundaries. So I'm just going to pull another one and see. The other jumper was a Page of Swords. So some of us might be dealing with somebody who's maybe just not at the same level as us. I don't mean that in a condescending way. I just mean like on a vibrational wavelength. Somebody might still be in a novice energy where they're still coming at things from a very human perspective. Not really understanding how energy works. And so yeah, we've got the Devil energy too. So this is not what I was expecting from my first reading. That can be very binding to be stuck stuck in earthly ways, I think is what I'm getting at. Even there's not a lot of earth energy in the reading yet. It just seems like because of the Page of Swords, I'm going to say that maybe somebody isn't understanding, maybe somebody isn't quite understanding that it's okay not to approach everything from a logical perspective, and sometimes we need to follow our heart and our intuition as guidance. If something doesn't feel good, maybe it's time to put up a boundary. I think that might be a huge part of it, that we follow our own guidance. Let me see what we've got after the Devil energy. I'm just going to give a quick shuffle here. I think maybe it's important that we put up boundaries for people who aren't understanding where we're coming from, we don't need to keep it like we don't necessarily need to explain ourselves to everybody, and why we do the things we do, especially if we're not hurting anyone. Somebody might be trying to put a bind on somebody else, and I think that's why we might need to put boundaries up. Where kind of the Page of Swords can be sloppy and clumsy and kind of sort of cutting people up, so to speak. You might want to put a boundary up if somebody's kind of doing that, like being reckless. I guess that's what I'm kind of getting out of it. Somebody might be being kind of reckless and trying to hold you back. So let's see what we get after the Devil. We're good. Yeah, the Five of Cups. So somebody may have, while wielding the sword, they don't really, no, I'm getting maybe even an abuse of power. Somebody may have actually gone and cut you, so to speak, by being clumsy and sloppy. The Five of Cups is, you know, these are knocked down, and he's kind of focusing on them, but there's these ones behind him, and they're still standing. And so, um, I guess with the Hangman in the reading too, it might be time to shift our perspective. That might be binding us as well too, when we keep looking at the damage done, instead of, there's still these two perfectly good cups here that we can pick up and drink from, and they're still, full, and emotionally might enable us to move on from whatever happens. So definitely put up some boundaries, and maybe shift the focus onto something more positive. Focus on what you do have, not what you lost. So I'm just going to, there's a bridge in the background too, which is something I never really look at too much. It's popping out to me today though, like kind of like a bridge over troubled waters. So yeah, try to focus on what you do have and not what you lost, and that'll bridge you over the emotional gap. I'm gonna see what other energy I can get here. So we have the Two of Swords, which means we might not be seeing something, but this to me indicates being guarded, and our head and our hearts being in alignment. Now, it's one of the cards with the moon in it, which often indicates deception. The water's behind her too, which means, today I'm kind of getting like a blind yourself from that. Keep your head and heart in alignment, and kind of don't get too emotional about things. Keep your head and your heart in alignment. It's definitely okay to be a little guarded if people are, kind of, even if it's not intentional, if people are, hurting you, it's okay to be guarded sometimes, and not to allow that. And make sure you have boundaries. See what other energy we get. We've got the World, so that's looking good in the future. We have it basically, A is surrounded in a reef, which indicates some kind of victory. So maybe just getting our emotions into alignment with our logic is going to be what the victory gives us. And when we can do that, it looks like there's going to be a new emotional offer coming in from the Knight of Cups. There's palm trees in here, which often to me indicates clarity, and it looks like a slow flowing stream. It could even be a message. If you see, he's got the feathers on his head. There could even be like an emotional offer or message coming in. We'll just see, get some little bit of clarity on that. The Magician. It looks like we might need to take some action here. Maybe somebody was trying to manipulate you. So maybe we could get some advice on that with another pull. Maybe I might even ask for some overall advice, because it does look like someone was trying to maybe manipulate you. They were very sloppy. They might have cut you up. It almost looks like to me like the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords being before the Devil energy kind of indicates to me that maybe I forgot what I was going to say. It maybe indicates to me that maybe somebody's addicted to drama, and it might be time to maybe guard yourself against them. So I'm going to ask for some overall advice to deal with this person. I might even ask for some clarity on the Magician, the person who's being manipulative here. The other thing about the Moon in the Two Swords is that it's behind you. So, you know, that being said, they, it's kind of looking like the deception is already, you know, it's already run its course. And yeah, so it's just maybe our job to get back into alignment. And it kind of seems like to me like the worst of it is over now, even there may be some residual energy from it. So yeah, we got the World card again. So it looks like somebody maybe just was jealous. I have to take it as a compliment, honestly, especially if there's more than one person or the people gang up against me. I take it as a compliment, because people don't typically go try to bring down people who are below them. Not typically. So we'll just give it a little more clarity on that. Yeah, it's looking like somebody was going to try to do whatever. Yeah, we got the Justice in there. So whoever did that is you know, running headlong into karma. You've got the Ten of Cups here, which means, yeah, I think the majority of it is behind you. And you know, these people are looking toward the promise, the rainbow. And it's looking like things are going to be turning out in their favor. Everything that happened kind of looks like everybody's going to get their karma for what happened. And if you were, it's looking like, you know, on your side, you were in the right. So it's looking like this emotional offer. This is kind of interesting. Might be from a male who has money or status or something, or a leader in the earthly sense. So here's the earth energy I was maybe feeling earlier. Somebody with status, and I think somebody was trying whatever they could do to cut you off from this energy. It might be you, or it might be somebody who you are aligning with, that they were trying to stop from happening. And it's looking like they're going to get their justice for it. I don't think you have to do much other than just stay in alignment, put up your boundaries, and you know, we'll get some overall energy here. It looks like you put in a lot of work, and maybe that's what they're jealous of. It looks like maybe, you know, a lot of people don't want to see you do better than you, and it's really unfortunate. That being said, when you can appreciate that other people are having success in their own way, that's really conducive to accumulating your own abundance. Because the more we tear other people down, the farther we get from appreciating what we have in our own lives, and it's just not a good channel to be on. Jealousy, then we get more things to be jealous of or envious of, and I don't get that sense from the people that are going to run into this reading. I get the sense like you guys are, your karma is you're going to get what you were working so hard for. We'll just get, yeah. So my last energy pull was for the victory card. So, just hold in there, because it looks like there's a victory like right around the corner. I'm going to pull an oracle just to close it. Hopefully that made sense to everybody. Usually used to just giving myself a fast read, so having to vocalize it's kind of a little bit different. You're getting a lot of ums in here that I'm going to try to maybe get used to taking out. So I'm just going to pull an oracle energy for us. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so, it sounds like some people may have been gossiping about you, and it doesn't sound like it worked, though. It sounds like they were pulling all the stops. You see the Five of Swords in there. I'm not sure if I showed you guys. It looks like they were pulling out all the stops to try to stop you, and it just is kind of backfiring on them now, and so for the oracle, we got Snow White and our animal friends. You inspire trust and confidence. Just so I'm getting the sense like you've got some spirit guides around you and spirit animals. If you guys have totems, I would maybe try to connect with that energy. Despite everybody's best efforts, don't get too hard on yourself. People trust you. People have a lot of confidence in who you are. They see you being successful, and let me tell you that it didn't work. Whatever they were trying to do, it didn't work. So be easy and stay in alignment, and it's kind of looking like you've got a victory regardless of what goes down. In fact, so I'll hear some good advice before I close out. It says hedgehog love, positive, uplifting, new friends. So when I think this might just be that we're leveling up. Sometimes everything kind of goes haywire when we're leveling up, and if that's what's going on, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. In fact, it might mean that you're doing absolutely everything right, and we're just clearing out old energy. And that might be part of breaking the bind as well. We're just clearing out old energy. Don't feel like we need to cling on to old people from the past. Sometimes it's just time to move on, and we've got to clear. Those people sometimes block us from our destiny and from the intended people that we're supposed to have in our lives. So once we clear them out, then we get new, more positive people on our level, and people coming in to help us with our destiny and our dreams. And maybe it is just time to move on. And you probably know who I'm talking about. Whoever pops up in your mind is probably who it is. Sorry to tell you. And but like I said, just put up some boundaries, and if they don't like it, then maybe it's time to cut them off, and don't worry so much like who's gonna help me then, or I feel like it might be somebody really close to you and you're very worried about who's gonna help me then, and who's gonna do all this stuff with me, and who's gonna help me progress. And I see some new people coming in, and they really trust you, and this has to do with yeah, the Akashic records. So it seems like it was a karma thing, and it's going to clear out, and just take care of yourself. So I think that's the most important advice, is maybe just take some time to take care of yourself today, and maybe that's the action you need to take, whatever that means to you. If that means you investing in your own dreams, it's not always bubble baths and stuff. Sometimes you got to take some time out and take care of your own dreams, and stop investing in everybody else. And I know for me, sometimes I spread my energy too thin. trying to help other people, and sometimes it's just best to focus on ourselves, and that will attract in the people who want to help us too. Maybe you've put out enough energy on other people, and it's time to cut that out for a while and start focusing on yourself, and that's okay too. And when we focus on ourselves, the people who we need to move on to the next level, um it looks like they're going to come in. So thanks, and I'll see you next time.